What's good? It's your boy Fannon, man. My apologies. I had yesterday earlier today I did a test on my phone and I thought I was gonna be on the road, but I wound up not being on the road, man. What's going on, Jay Bird 904, man? Happy New Year, man. How are you? All right, man. God, I hope I didn't screw up my I probably did screw up the my notifications, man. Oh, I'm gonna have a fun one today, man. I'm gonna have a fun one today, man. What's going on, CB Sports TV, man? What's going on, man? Happy New Year, man. Philip Redden, Happy New Year. Right Hook, man. What's good, man? What's happening? Mr. Geelan, what's good? Stanley Bailey, what's going on, man? Bottom of Cali, Corner Girl 66. Hello to you as well. Yes, CB Sports, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, man. DJ 7. 88 million and 30. Yeah, I thought he got, somebody said he got 9 million. I thought he got 9 million. The report that I saw said he got 9 million for that. I didn't hear he got 88 million. He got 88 million for 3 minutes? Damn. He beat the piss out that boy. Hey, man. Hey, man. He whooped the tar out that boy. Just like that. Boy. Oh, yeah, man. You're a moron. Okay? I know you love me. Here, I'm going to talk to a certain troll, man. I got to do this, man. I got to do this. Look, man. To the reasonable people out there, man, I had to actually make an adjustment to my channel. So if you don't have a wrench, you can't put no links in my chat. Okay? So look, little parasites that ask people to publicize your videos on my channel, the option's gone. Okay? But boy, you know you stupid, don't you? You're stupid, don't you? You know you're stupid, right? You know you're stupid. You know you're stupid, don't you? Oh my God, man. What's good, man? Look, man, I'm sorry, man. I got to go in on one little bit today, man. Oh, man, I had so much fun. Oh, by the way, man, if my brother's listening, man, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to my brother. Oh my God, man. What's good, world? What's blazing? What's good? What's blazing in sports? Subscribe to What's Blazing in Sports, man. What's up? Oh, can I tell you, dog? God, you a fucking moron. All right, look, I didn't watch your shit, stupid. I didn't watch your shit, stupid. Because I don't have time to. Have you ever had like if you ever talked to like a kid who got like some mental disability, like he's a little slow, but they don't ever realize they're slow. So you start listening to him talk and you're like, oh, okay. Motherfucker. Vladimir Klitschko is not an American fighter, dumbass. This motherfucker came to my channel and we'll argue about this. What about Vladimir Klitschko? Why was Vladimir Klitschko the more popular American fighter? Dumbass. He wasn't. Vladimir Klitschko got put off of American TV because his ratings sucked. Okay? That's why put out of America. He's a German fighter, dumbass. Of 70 fights, Vladimir Klitschko fought in the United States 10 times. And twice in the last 10 years of his career. Or the last 17 years. The last 10 years of his career, man. Let me read off all. And do you know how many when he fought in the U.S., when his fights televised? In the middle of the afternoon, fuck boy. Do you know how many views he got on his fights? Fuck boy, 600,000. Fuck boy, 600,000. Ooh, he's amazingly popular. If he's so popular, why didn't he ever get on pay-per-view, dumbass? Ain't that what you morons always say? Well, this is his first pay-per-view. How many pay-per-views? How many pay-per-views has Vladimir Klitschko done in the United States? And none. Moron. Shit. Dog, chastising people and being a little fucking parasitic bitch does not make you a bright guy, dog. Get your own fucking content. Make your own fucking channel. I know what you used to do. You used to have a fucking travel channel that nobody watched. I remember you, bitch, when I threw you off my fucking channel. That's what you are. You were one of them little fucking, you're like the Taiwan boy, okay? You're like the black Taiwan boy now or something. Dog, I don't debate. I debate with my equals. Everybody else I teach, you fucking moron. Vladimir Klitschko is not an American fighter, and his numbers in the U.S. sucked. That's why he started fighting in Germany. Go to BoxRec. That what Lawrence Williams like to say, hey, you know, Fannon, when he's trying to be a little smart ass with me, he says, and I like Lawrence Williams, but you know, Lawrence, you know you can be a smart ass, right? He'll say, Fannon, BoxRec's a hell of a drug. And I'll be like, yeah, man, BoxRec is a hell of a drug. So let me use BoxRec, you dummy. Just in here, before I go into this, before you start at saying, when you listen to somebody that tells you what they want, what you want to hear, everything they say sounds good. That's how it works. That's when somebody's telling you what you want to hear, everything sounds good. But start with the end. Start with the conclusion. Deontay Wilder is an American fighter who does over 1 million people watch him fight every time he fights. With the I'm sorry, Gerald. I guess Gerald Washington was under 1 million. That last minute replacement was 900-something thousand. Right? 1 million people watch him every time. But you believe stupid motherfuckers that tell you they can walk around. I walked around the street. Nobody knew him. Did you talk to any of the 1 million people that watched him in his last fight? Dumbass, we don't have to wonder whether or not people know Deontay Wilder or not, because there's already documented proof that people know who he is. It's called ratings, stupid. Ratings. 1.1 million or 1.2 million people watched him fight Luis Ortiz. I wonder if Eddie Hearn talked to any of them. What kind of stupid shit is that? See, when people tell you things you want to hear, any dumb fucking logic they give to you to support that will sound good to you because you start with the conclusion. Nobody knows Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury said he walked around the street and nobody knew him. Well, let me do a simple analysis here. Does anybody know him? Well, we know 1 million. We know 1.2 million people know him because 1.2 million people watched him in his last fight. How do I know that? Because Showtime publicized the numbers. Now, I wonder if what are the chances that Eddie Hearn talked to any of those 1.2 million people? Dummy. See, when you start with the conclude, when somebody tells you what you want to hear and you're stupid, you'll take any rationale to follow it up. What's more likely? That a guy who has never been on you, who has never headlined an American card, ever, comes over from the UK to the United States. And the reason why, listen to the stupid shit these people say. The reason why it was 8,000, the UK fans came over, right? It was only 8,000 Americans bought it, and then 8,000 UK people came over, and those are the people that bought the tickets. Are you fucking stupid? You think 8,000 people left the UK before they bought a ticket? You think they all jumped on the plane like, oh, we're going to buy our tickets when we get there? If you actually even believe that there's 8,000 people that came over, first of all, you're a moron if you believe that. Second of all, if you think these dumbasses waited till the week before the fight to buy their tickets, when do you think they bought their plane tickets? You think they bought their plane tickets the day before they got on the plane, dumbass? Think. But, you know, if somebody tells you what you want to hear, you can believe anything they got to say. Tyson Fury has fought one time in the United States against Steve fucking Cunningham. But where were the 8,000 people coming over to see him fight Steve Cunningham? If he's such a fucking star in the UK, Why did he have to go to why did he have to go to Germany to fight Vladimir Klitschko? And if Vladimir Klitschko was so popular in the United States, why didn't he fight in the United States? Let's go to BoxRec. Because it's a hell of a drug, you fucking moron. But I'm gonna give you it today, dog. I'm gonna give it to you today. Because seriously, man, you need to stop. You and them fucking you and that dog boy from the fucking Taiwan, dog. Come on, man. Let's take a walk, dog. Oh, dog. No, dude. Dude, he's listening too. I know you listening. So let's do it. Let's do a what blood boxing say? Let's go to the spreadsheet. How do we share this screen, dog? I'm not really the best at sharing the screen. But let's share the screen. Okay, I think you should be able to see the screen now. We'll wait till the screen pops up where I can actually see it on mine. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'm sorry. It's probably already shared. Let me go to my channel. Okay, I got to share. All right, there you go. Okay. All right, here you go. All right, here we go. It's on there now. Okay. So since it's on there, let's go. Let's go down here. This American superstar named Vladimir Klitschko. This is Vladimir Klitschko, isn't it, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, see this Vladimir Klitschko? 69 fights, right? 64 plus 5 is 9. Let's see how many times he fought in the U.S. Anthony Joshua, Wembley. Tyson Fury, Dusseldorf. Brian Jennings, that's one in New York. Then, let's see the little flags. 02. Is that an American flag? No. Moscow. Let's go. Oh, God, dog. Where isn't another American flag for this American superstar? This guy that's 2008, he fought Sultan Ibragimov. God, it's Ibragimov. I remember how to pronounce it, but let's go. So let's see. He fought Brian Jennings in 2015. And let's see how many years that was before the last time he was in America. 2008. How many years is that? How many years is that in between the two? 5, 2015, and 2008. That's like 7 years. Let's see when he was there before Ibragimov. Ibragimov. There's Ibragimov is how you pronounce that. Ibragimov. Let's go. Layman Brewster. No. Wait, where's the next American flag? 2006, 2 years before that. Kelvin Brock in 2006. Okay. 2006, 3 times in. So, yo, you do, Savage, and you have to. You have to. See, because morons will do videos and just say any old stupid shit, and anybody will believe them. And did you see all those fights? All those fights that were there on the screen that didn't happen in the United States? This is the argument that morons use to say that he was the most popular American heavyweight, although he never fought in America. But that makes sense to somebody that would tell you that Tyson Fury is more popular in America than Deontay Wilder is, even though he never fought, even though he doesn't fight here. He's not from here. But they believe it. They believe it. But you see, you know why that is? You know why this is? You know why morons like that believe? Because they don't know they're stupid. You don't know you're stupid. I understand. Okay? I have a little boy, okay? And he doesn't listen. So when I say, look, man, you got to do your homework. You can't crash. You can't crash study the day before this test. The teacher will, no, the teacher told me. They told me this is exactly what's going to be on the test. I just got to memorize this. Oh, you got to see how that happened. I don't know. It's the teacher's fault. They don't know because they don't know. They're a kid. You're a kid. That dummy didn't know that Vladimir Klitschko's not from the United States and doesn't even fight in the United States. And he gets televised on HBO in the middle of the afternoon. And that Vladimir Klitschko's U.S. experiment was a failure. Dummy. It was a failure. That's why he didn't fight in Vegas. Because nobody wanted to see him, because there weren't enough people in the United States to be interested in him. Okay? That's why he went to Germany, so that the demographics could better suit him. Because in Germany, there are plenty of European boxing fans in Germany. That's why he went there. Stupid. You're stupid. Now go put my name in another title so you can get some views. Go put Barbershop Conversation. There's your material, okay? For you out there in Taiwan, for you guys over there, there's your material, dude. Okay, there's your material. All right, go work with that, dummy. Dog, this same motherfucker, dude, by the way, dog, you listen, this is the same dude who said he could beat Deontay Wilder. The only video I ever listened to this dude, somebody put a tag, he put the tag in my video. And I was like, you know what, I'll go listen to it. And then he talked about how Deontay Wilder can't fight and how he's a boxer and how he's a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. You're a better boxer. Right there, I was like, oh, okay. Moron. A moron who believes in himself, though. But you're a better fighter than Deontay Wilder, huh? Really? Put this picture on your page. Dude, you don't know what you don't know. Okay? Let me break down. And, hey, man, I missed the super chat. Thank you very much. But I ain't really, this is my year-end fun. This is a treat. I'm treating myself. Hold on one second. I want to make sure, because I know I saw a super chat, man, and I don't want to disrespect anybody in the super chat. Y'all been very good to the channel, man. I really do appreciate you subscribing and listening to me, you know, in the mornings, man. It's a lot of fun. This, though, is like my personality, though. I don't mind. Hey, my man said orange. What's going on? Hey, man, I be putting code word, man. I be putting code words in some of my videos as cats because they don't be listening. And I'm like, yeah, here, I'm going to put this code word in there. This is my code word for this video. If you talking shit and you ain't heard this code word, you get no respect. But, man, let me get these super chats before I forget you to go, man. And I say no names anyway. No commercials for bitch-ass dudes. And I'll take the video down because I am harassing you. Stormy B Man, much love. He said, good morning, Fannon, and happy New Year. Sending blessings of the new year. Thank you for your diligence and contribution and content. Salute, man. Thank you, man. Philip Redden, man. Thank you. Justin Marsh in the building. Thank you. Sugar Fantastic. Thank you, man. So yeah, man, I just had a lot of trolling going on this weekend. Like, whole lot of trolling going on. Let me get back to this conversation. Who we talking about? I say no names, but you in the chat, dog. What's good, man? Oh, dude, intellectual laziness for sure. Dude, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm just talking shit today. This is what I like to do. We'll talk about Mikey. We'll talk about whatever. I'll get back to the chat. But this is what I started thinking. I was like, you know what? Should I do a statistical analysis of the numbers of Vladimir Klitschko's numbers, right? Mind you, the biggest viewership he ever got on HBO was 1.7 million. 1.7 million against Jennings on HBO after he had not been on HBO I don't think he had been on HBO for like 6 or 7 fights, dude. I think he did like 1.7, right? Deontay Wilder's best is like 1.2, right? it's 30% better. So what is 17 times? What's 17 times 3? Right? 17 times 3 is 30, 51, right? So it's 51. So basically another 55,000, 500,000 on top of that, whatever number you get for Showtime, right? So if you do 1.2 on Showtime, it's like 1.7 on HBO because HBO has a lot bigger viewership pool. So the biggest number that Vladimir Klitschko ever did, right, that he ever did on HBO was 1.7. Peaked at 1.7. I think it averaged 1.6. Deontay Wilder has averaged 1.2. Right? 1.2, that rolls up to 1.7. It's the same fucking number. It's the same number for his highest that Vladimir Klitschko ever did on HBO after it was like a comeback party for HBO. And that was the Brian Jennings fight. After the dude was the top heavyweight for a decade, he winds up doing at his best the same number Deontay Wilder did for Luis Ortiz. Same number. What the fuck are these dudes talking about? And on top of it, the dude's not even from the United States, doesn't even fight in the United States. The reason that Vladimir Klitschko had a career and earned all his money is because he left the United States. Because we don't watch him. The whole point of the argument was this, man. Oh, that dude, yeah, they need content. You guys, you're listening. You listening. You need content. I know you need content. It's hard to wake up in the morning and think about something to say. All of you trolls. I'm going to tell you, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're doing because I made this mistake. I made the same mistake you make, but I apologized for it and got right. I've made one response video in my entire time I've been doing videos. I did one. And it was 78 Sports TV. And I argued with him about some little thing. And I got like, I want to say might have been the first time I ever did 400 views on a video. Because it was early in my channel. And I was like, the only reason these people are here to listen to this is because they don't like 78. Nope. Can't do it. I can't do it. Number one, I can't do it because generally you're just a scummy and unhappy individual. I felt dirty when I did that. I felt, even though I think I made a solid point and I wasn't even insulting him, I just had a different viewpoint. The fact that you put his name in the title of a video of mine, I felt like I needed to take a bath. And not just because I'm riding off of him. I felt like I needed to take a bath because of the people that came to my comment section. The reason why we have wrenches and we throw people out of here is because I don't want you here. It was Fannon International Boxing. I used to talk about Mark Magsayo. I talked about Inoue before a lot of people were talking about Inoue. I was talking about a lot of international boxing because I was like, I don't want to talk about American black fighters a lot because shit, it's like these dudes come and you get like the scum of the earth on your channel because they always come in, even if they're being polite about it, you really know for them, even if you don't bring up race, they got to bring it up, right? They shit on Ego, or they shit on Dante's Boxing Nation, or they shit on 78 Sports TV. And I was like, man, I don't even want you guys around me. So I was like, all right, I got to redo this. I can't talk about this because I don't want to talk to you. I know what that feeling's like, young man, and I'm gonna call you that, dude, because that's what you are. You're a young, stupid man. Get your own fucking content. Talk about yourself. Tell people what you think, independent of what other people think. Okay? You see, some people call that gift of the gab or whatever it is, dude. Most of you motherfuckers can actually do that if you weren't lazy and trying to cheat the system. Here's the thing. There's a group of people in boxing that I want to talk to. And I want to talk to people that I can have mature conversations with. I got beat in a debate yesterday. Shout out to Mr. King Palmer. Where's my man? If my man ain't in here, Mr. King Palmer. What's up, Mr. King Palmer? Mr. King Palmer, see, this is the type of debate that you can have with somebody that's got sense. I made a video yesterday, and I said something in the middle of it about Mikey Garcia. And what I said was, because the whole purpose of my video really was this, that it looks bad. I don't know if Mikey's doping or not. Okay, but when you say snack, you know, it's Victor Conte is a convicted dope peddler. He is. I'm not making it up. That's a verifiable fact. He is one. He knows how to beat systems. He does. And if you move up 2 weight, if you hire somebody like that, move up 2 weight classes and wind up looking like you can beat or strong as the guy that was already that size, and you just came from 135, dude, you're going to look suspect. There's nothing, it could be Mikey, it could be Gervonta Davis. Dude, if Gervonta Davis jumped up all of a sudden up to 147 pounds and looked like he was just a completely different physical specimen, it's not unreasonable to think maybe this dude, maybe Victor Conte, maybe the steroids expert helped him. That's what I said. And I said, now, if he wobbles Errol Spence Jr., then that's what people would say. Then Mr. King Palmer said to me, come on, man. He did, because I said that he didn't hurt. It was actually in a response to him. I said, oh, man, he didn't really hurt. He didn't really hurt Robert Easter or Lipinets. And Mr. King Palmer said, come on, Fannon. He knocked both of those guys down. And I was like, damn, you're right. He did knock those guys down. It is what it is. And then I said to Mr. King Palmer, you're right. I forgot. And then I restated my main point, which was if you hire a PED expert and you move up in weight class and look good because you're bigger, stronger, faster, and you hired a PED expert, don't be surprised if 1 and 1 equals 2 to some damn body. He could have done the same thing with somebody else who didn't have that reputation, and nobody would have said a thing because the dude's not convicted for doing it. But when he corrected my facts, all you can do is say, you know what, Mr. King Palmer, you're right. Hats off. Now that fact doesn't change my my opinion on the matter. And then we end the conversation like this. Hey, man, well, we'll see when the fight happens. Yes, sir. Yep. Thank you. But thank you very much for having corrected me on that, because I didn't recall it. I didn't remember that Lipin. I don't remember. My memory for shit like that isn't good. I don't remember that Robert Easter had gotten knocked down. But he reminded me. That's easy. I will give you that. I don't even have to give you that. That's just true. I don't have to make shit up for my main point. But the main point that you dummies over there trying to say about Tyson Fury is just foolish on its face. It's foolish on its face. You don't need to have any type of long conversation to know that sounds stupid. You're telling me, just like telling me that you have a hometown, that there is a basketball game. It's in your hometown and the gym is packed. And you're fighting somebody's traveling from out of town that ain't never been there before, and your gym is packed, and you try to tell the people in that team's gym, the home gym, that the other guy is the reason that everybody turned up. Even though people turn up all the time. You got somebody say that you have 1 million people. You know that you have 1 million people that watch Deontay Wilder every fight. They watched his last fight. 2 out of his last 3 fights, over 1 million people watched, right? Which is more than Mikey Garcia, more than Mikey Garcia, more than Errol Spence, more than Adrian Bronner. He does the same pay-per-view numbers. His first pay-per-view numbers are on par with Oscar De La Hoya's first pay-per-view numbers, Canelo Alvarez's first pay-per-view numbers, Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s first pay-per-view numbers. He did roughly the same numbers in the same ball, higher than Roy Jones Jr.'s first pay-per-view numbers, higher than Roy Jones Jr.'s first pay-per-view numbers. His numbers on pay-per-view are better than Roy Jones Jr. Are you telling me people in the United States don't know who Roy Jones Jr. is? It's just stupid on its face. So why would you even need to continue to have the discussion? This is like the stupid conversations that I have with people about who won Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Neither one did. It's a draw. No, you're the only person in the world that thinks it's a draw. No, stupid. It is actually a draw. Go to BoxRec. It was a successful title defense for Deontay Wilder. It was not a successful title fight for Tyson Fury. That is a fact. If you say anything extra, just say what you want. Say what you really mean. What you really mean is I would have scored the fight for Tyson Fury. Okay? Say that, because that is actually true. For it, or at least I will believe that it's true that you would have scored that fight for him. But it's not an actual fact that he won the fight, because he didn't win the fight. The actual fact is Deontay Wilder is a WBC champion. And the same people talking about facts. I'm like, facts? That is the fact. That is the fact. Facts. Vladimir Klitschko was more popular than Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder was a draw, then how come Vladimir Klitschko was more popular in the U.S. than Deontay Wilder was? He wasn't. He wasn't. How about that? How about he wasn't? Fuck out of here. What are Vladimir Klitschko's pay-per-view numbers in the United States? You don't know because he never did it. It's fucking crazy. I'm trying to tell you. Doesn't deserve to be, but yes, it's a fact. It is a fact. So don't come to me talking to me about facts when you ain't talking, not you, but it ain't, it's a fact. It's a fact. Okay? Deontay Wilder, and I'm going to go over the same thing. Who in their right mind would believe that? You guys must fall for you moron must really fall for used car salesmen, dog. Cats that can tell you anything as long as it's what you want to hear. If you want to hear it, hey, dude, you can convince if anything. You can just do it. I've had conversations with people where I'm like, look, man, y'all need to go watch Dr. Spock, dog. Like, y'all need to be a little more logical about stuff. Deontay Wilder did 1 million views against Ortiz. 1 million. It's on record. How is it that you can't find anybody that knows him? Let me ask you, do you think when Eddie Hearn walked around and ask Eddie Hearn if he walked around in a fight that he aired, you know, the 30 people that showed up to watch Demetrius Andrade fight? Ask any of them if they had heard of Deontay Wilder. If you're going to ask somebody if they know who Deontay Wilder is, ask boxing fans who are in a boxing match, who are actually able to buy your tickets. That's easy. If I go to a boxing match, if I go to a black neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, and I ask you the name of a Ukrainian of a British dart player, do you think they're going to know who he is? No. If I go to the south side of Chicago and I name 8 of the top 10 soccer players in the world, do you think they're going to know who they are? No. Why? Because they're not soccer fans. They're basketball fans or they're football fans. If I go to the south side of Chicago and ask who plays for the Red, who the top 15 MMA fighters are, they're not going to know. You're playing stupid games. You're just playing stupid games. And you're a waste of a brain. If you believe that. It's just stupid. Statistics and surveys are all subjective. Bobby Sheen, they do. They have a certain amount of and how you structure them, they are. Absolutely. The way that you form the questions, the things that you ask, but this is here. Yeah, they do, but they skip obvious ones. Like, this is simple. This is some shit that if you were literally, if somebody put you on a stand, They would murder you. Murder you. Because you got to answer the question. But let me go to something. Because I like my man when Blood say go to the spreadsheet, right? Do. All right. So before I do this, I got to pull this up. I thought I already had it up. All right. So before I get to, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at U.S. pay-per-view, and I'm going to ask you, who do you think was responsible? The argument that these morons would make. These dudes are crazy. Yeah, these are they. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'll do screen share. All right. We're here. I'm getting better at this. All right. So as you see, this is Wikipedia. Let's look at down here. Let's look at all of the pay-per-view numbers, starting after Mike Tyson. But let's look at Mike Tyson's first. 700,000 pay-per-view for Mike Tyson. This is Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler did 150,000 pay-per-views. Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, 100,000 pay-per-views. But let's go to everybody's. Let's see, first of all, let's see if we can find Vladimir Klitschko's pay-per-view numbers. You have Deontay Wilder here, though, listed at 325,000 pay-per-views. Somebody got in there and changed it. I know you think you're sneaky. All right. Now, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, 325,000 pay-per-views, right? Let's go here. You see this? Canelo Alvarez, Liam Smith, 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Okay? Now, Canelo Alvarez, Liam Smith, 300,000 pay-per-view buys on HBO, right? 2 years ago. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, 325,000 pay-per-views. Canelo Alvarez, Liam Smith, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Why did Canelo Alvarez only have 300,000 pay-per-view buys? Because he wasn't fighting anybody. But wouldn't you say that these 300,000, it's safe to say that these 300,000 pay-per-view buys are Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez alone? But Canelo Alvarez, Amir Khan, a little more popular, 600,000. Miguel Cotto, another pay-per-view guy, 900,000. But if you look at the pay-per-views of Tim Bradley, Manuel Marquez, 375,000. Brandon Rios, 300,000. This thing is riddled with 300,000 and 400,000 pay-per-views. Manny Pacquiao, Tim Bradley, 400,000. These guys all, it seems to me that there's a bunch of Miguel Cotto, Sergio Martinez, 15,000. Canelo Alvarez, Angulo, 350,000. There's a whole lot of guys. Let's see what happens when only times you ever have a million. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, two guys that are known. Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, right? Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, pay-per-view. 170,000. Sergey Kovalev, Andre Ward, 165,000. Does anybody know Andre Ward? Does anybody know Gennady Golovkin or Daniel Jacobs? Gennady Golovkin clearly was the pay-per-view star, isn't he? Isn't he the super pay-per-view star in the United States? Why is he over here at 170,000 against Daniel Jacobs? But nobody knows Deontay Wilder, right? All these other guys who are nobody would say they don't know him do the same or less numbers, but they're known. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Carlos Baldomir in 2006. 325,000. Manny Pacquiao, Eric Morales, 350,000. Manny Pacquiao, Jorge Solis, 150,000. Arturo Gatti, Floyd Mayweather, 340,000. And Arturo Gatti was considered a pay-per-view star. The numbers sucking, that's out the window. But let's see how many people actually know who Deontay Wilder is. Deontay Wilder viewership numbers. I can prove to you as a fact that somebody knows who this dude is. First of all, they wrote about him in Forbes magazine. Okay, you think they're writing about any Joe Schmo in Forbes magazine? Excuse me. Dang, I definitely got to delete that now. Average 1.1 million and peaking at 1.2 million on Showtime. Did this guy ask any of these 1.2 million people whether or not they know who Deontay Wilder is? You guys are ridiculous. People know who Deontay Wilder is. Deontay Wilder's pay-per-view numbers are absolutely positively on par with a lot of people who are very known. Much love in the super chat, Jay Bird. What's going on, Mr. King Palmer? Hey, man, I gave you a shout out for correcting me about the knockdowns that Mikey Garcia had against Lipinets and Robert Easter. I told you my memory's bad, dude. But that's because I, used to partake a little too much. But maybe you guys should stop making videos when you're high. How about that? Black coffee and Google will save you from a lot of embarrassment. How can somebody who's not known have an article written about him in Forbes magazine, have 1 million people? And I'm just going to run this again. Simple things. Simple things. Vladimir Klitschko cannot be more popular American fighter than Deontay Wilder because of one main fact. Vladimir Klitschko was not an American fighter. The number of actual people that watched his fights on HBO in the United States are lower than Deontay Wilder's. He fought in the middle of the afternoon. And he usually had between 500 and 700,000 people watch his fights in the middle of the afternoon on HBO, not Showtime, on HBO. That's why Anthony Joshua had 600,000 people watch him fight Vladimir Klitschko on Showtime and HBO. But when Vladimir Klitschko wasn't there, he got 200,000 people because people don't know him. Why don't people know him? Because he does not fight here, because he's not from here. Deontay Wilder has the same pay-per-view numbers in his first pay-per-view as many other fighters who are known as I think I did show you Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Arturo Gatti. What does HBO have before they ended their boxing because they were promoting the wrong fighter? The Gotti list. Arturo Gatti did 325,000 pay-per-views against Floyd Mayweather, Arturo Gatti. That was his first pay-per-view. Same number as Deontay Wilder's first pay-per-view. That was in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s, what was it, his 32nd? Wasn't this like 33rd, 34th fight? In his third weight class? That's what they said about Floyd Mayweather Jr. before that fight. Nobody knows him. Y'all are terrible, man. Seriously. If I even think you trolling, I'm smacking your bitch ass. Exactly, dog. Expect his name. I mean, dude, here's the most important thing. You're not from America, so shut up. You don't know. I can't tell you. I know who's popular in the UK. I look at the numbers. You know who I'm not? Yeah, I know who. Do you know who for sure is more popular in the UK than Deontay Wilder? Anthony Joshua, David Haye. Personally, that's how I really do view Anthony Joshua. He's David Haye 2.0. He's David Haye 2.0. As far as the amount of popularity that I saw looking at the numbers with David Haye, I think one of the biggest pay-per-view, that's David Haye was that guy before Anthony Joshua. Now, David Haye was a cruiserweight, had a good career at a cruiserweight. He wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough to beat Vladimir Klitschko. And that dude kept popping up with injuries and excuses not to fight, as I recall, because he wasn't going to beat those guys. David Haye wasn't going to beat, man. Come on, man. Y'all run that game over there. But run that game over there. Don't come talking about over here because you don't know what you're talking about. J Real 504 Music. Yo, Fannon, do you feel that Dillian Whyte deserves a title shot? What? Do I think he deserves it? Sure. Why not? There's a lot of people that deserve one. Luis Ortiz deserves one. Tyson Fury deserves one. Dillian Whyte deserves one. Yeah. Dominic Brazil deserves one. There's a lot of people that deserve them. Yeah, he deserves a title shot. Why not? I have no problem with Dillian Whyte. I don't have any problem with Dillian Whyte, the person. I have problems with Dillian Whyte, the prop. Eddie Hearn uses him as a prop and a distraction. Even the people that talk about Deontay Wilder was the one always ducking. If Deontay Wilder was the one ducking, then why was Anthony Joshua's promoter pushing Deontay Wilder to fight Dillian Whyte for a year? They want to say you can't have it both ways. If Anthony Joshua's promoter was trying to make a fight with Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder ducked Dillian Whyte, right? If in order for Deontay Wilder to abduct Dillian Whyte had to be trying to fight Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn had to be trying to make the fight between Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder. Correct? Correct, dumbass. So, if Eddie Hearn was trying to make a fight between Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder, how could Deontay Wilder be ducking Anthony Joshua at the same time? He can't. He can't. Because they weren't trying to make the fight. They were trying to make Dillian Whyte. It's like you got to get amnesia. That's when you see you can't have but both ways. You can't point out, oh, Dillian Whyte was the number one mandatory. Deontay Wilder said he didn't have to fight him for 2 years. He's ducking. Eddie Hearn offered him more money than he ever made to fight Dillian Whyte. Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. I'll give you all of that. I'm going to do a best fight, the best boxing style argument. I will give you that foolishness. So how was he ducking Anthony Joshua exactly? Oh, was Matchroom trying to get Dillian Whyte? Was Matchroom trying to get Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua to fight him at the same time? No. They were trying to have him fight Dillian Whyte. Right? So how can Eddie Hearn tell you in one breath out of this side of his neck, I'm trying to make the Dillian Whyte fight. I'm trying to make the Anthony Joshua fight. Which one were you trying to make? Dillian Whyte or Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder? I was trying to make both. At the same time? No. What happened was Dillian Whyte, Deontay Wilder wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. So he wouldn't fight Dillian Whyte because he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. Eddie Hearn didn't want Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua to fight. He wanted Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder to fight. But you all believe that he, at the same time, wanted Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua to fight. They never pulled that Dillian Whyte, Deontay Wilder. They never stopped that conversation until the WBA refused to make Dillian Whyte the mandatory to fight Deontay Wilder. That was when they stopped that talk. And that, my friend, was not too long before the Alexander Povetkin fight. Before they signed to fight Alexander Povetkin. It was probably in June. What, June, July, August? No. It was later than that. Probably August, something like that. Right before that whole conversation started about $50 million offers and $15 million, all of that, that only began after the WBA said, no, we're not going to make Dillian White the mandatory, but we will let Dillian White fight Luis Ortiz to become the second mandatory after Dominic Breazeale. So which one is it? He can't be both ducking Dillian White and ducking Anthony Joshua at the same time. But, don't let logic get in your way of the conclusion that you want. The conclusion you want is Deontay Wilder's the bad guy. That's why your dumbass can actually say that you're a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. I turned your channel off. I was like, oh, this dude is you're delusional. You're a better fighter than Deontay Wilder. Okay. Me too. Okay, me too. All right. I'm a better fighter than Vasyl Lomachenko because I can critique him. He's too little to beat me. Fuck out of here. Deontay Wilder will spin your head in a fucking circle, dude. Crazy. But you can't link any videos to my chat anymore, man. Just, unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the people in the live stream, but if you have a wrench, you can. Get a wrench. What did some of these morons say? Flock-a-block. Flock-a-billy? Maybe he's not. I think, excuse me. Never mind. Excuse me, Flock-Billy. I think Wilder freezing out AJ the same way Joshua tried to Wilder and shenanigans biting him in the ass. No. Deontay Wilder's not getting bit in the ass. Deontay Wilder just got on pay-per-view by not listening to Eddie Hearn. Easy. Deontay Wilder, I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder does not need him. It's a nice to have. Deontay Wilder's in his 41st professional fight, man. Okay? He's an 8-time defending heavyweight champion of the world. The dude is going to the Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay? There are guys in the Hall of Fame that have not done what Deontay Wilder's done in his career. Okay? You guys are tripping. And I know when you guys will say, oh, that's so crazy. So Fannon said he's a Hall of Famer. Get your personal shit out of it. He's an Olympic medalist. He has defended the heavyweight championship of the world 8 times. How many people that have done something like that are not going to the Hall of Fame? Who? Is Lennox? Oh, we don't like the people that he fought, though. We don't like the people that he fought. Dude, you do not get, and this is why I'm saying sometimes you just got to listen. You got to listen to the conclusion somebody draws. Don't listen to all the talk. Listen to the conclusion that they draw. In one sentence, your elevator pitch is what? That Deontay Wilder sucks at boxing and no one knows him. That's your conclusion. Okay? Bickering and all that shit, that's your conclusion. I can summarize it. Deontay Wilder is not a good boxer and nobody knows him in the United States. That's your conclusion. And it's laughable. I don't even have to go into some long conversation with people like you guys. I will just say, how many Olympic bronze medal sprinters are slow? Quiz. How many Olympic bronze medalist 100-meter sprinters are slow? None of them. None of them are slow. How many Olympic bronze medal swimmers can't swim? None. How many people that have finished third place in a major championship, golf championship, can't play golf? None of them. How many, let's go to another sport. How many third place Olympic cross-country skiers can't ski and are not world-class skiers? None of them. But yet you, moron, want to convince me that an Olympic bronze medal boxer can't box. You're stupid. I don't even have to listen to anything else you say. I don't have to listen to anything else anybody that believes you has to say. That's moronic. It is moronic. If I don't even have to know about darts, if it's an Olympic sport and somebody got third place in the Olympics in dart throwing, that motherfucker can throw some darts, okay? That dude is going to go to his local bar and take your money all damn day, okay? Boop, 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 boop. He has to be able to. Okay, so that's your first part of it, okay? You can't say that. That's moronic. Now, how many people who have been watched by 1 million people in anything they've done on TV are not known by anybody? That's impossible. That's impossible. If 1 million people watch you do anything, then there's 1 million people that know who you are. I don't care what it is. If there's 1 million people that watch you sew, people know you because they watch you sew. What's the mystery there? So I don't have to get into boxing. When you say Deontay Wilder is not a good boxer and nobody knows him, all I do is say Olympic bronze medal, 1 million people watched him. There's nothing you can say that will get you out of that. Nothing. But if I do one more and say, but yet you believe that there's somebody that is so lucky that they can not only win an Olympic bronze medal, they can win a heavyweight title and defend it 8 times, and they still can't box. You're stupid. You're just going to, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Seriously, more mind-boggling than you people like y'all saying that, or that there's anybody that would actually believe that. Seriously, there's a better chance of the earth actually being flat than there is that somebody is going to get an Olympic bronze medal, win a heavyweight championship, defend it 8 times, knock out 39 professional boxers without knowing how to box, without being a world-class boxer. You want that heat, dog? You can't, dog. Come on. Come on. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's just stupid. It's not even like a good, like I said, King Kenny Palmer is like, hey, Mr. King Palmer, you got me. Okay, you know why he got me? He got me because he said, Fannon, you can't tell me that Mikey Garcia did not wobble Robert Easter and Sergey Lipinich. You can't tell me that. They got knocked down. And so what do? I'm like, damn, did they get knocked down? Let me go to Google. Damn, that's Robert Easter. Yeah, he looked wobbled to me. Damn, King. You the king. You got me. Okay, you got me. I forgot. I got to admit it. But what did I do with King? I admit it. Just admit it. Anybody that says Deontay Wilder is not known in the United States of America, you have got to get off that argument. It is moronic. Because I just went to Forbes magazine, showed you that 1.1 million people watched his fight. How does that happen if nobody knows him? Same thing happened for Bermain Stavern. How does that happen twice if nobody knows you? Huh? 325,000 pay-per-views for a terrible first performance after all those fights. That's what happened with Floyd Mayweather. Give or take 6 or 7 fights. That's what happened to him. You ever heard of him? Roy Jones Jr. never did 350,000 pay-per-views. You ever heard of him? He's an Olympic silver medalist, wasn't he? Oh, wasn't Floyd an Olympic bronze medalist? I think Floyd was an Olympic bronze medalist too. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. is an Olympic bronze medalist that in his first pay-per-view did 350,000, and he was the B-side of it. Literally the B-side. Because the A-side was Arturo Gatti. But yet, Deontay Wilder doesn't have a base, and he can't go anywhere. Nobody's going to feature him, right? That's what led to the demise. Dummies that think like you are why HBO's not in business anymore. Okay? Shit. Oh, man, dog. Excuse me, man. I got to miss this super chat, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Best Fight, the Best Boxing. This shit is fun on occasion, dog. I can't lie, dog. MP4 Vids, man. Fannon, you were asking some very solid questions that the haters have no answer for. Evander Holyfield was an Olympic bronze medalist. They might want to think, let that one sink in. Big brother Fannon, the delusion is real. Bo One and MP4 Vids. Much love. Dog, but let me tell you, man, on the Olympic bronze medal, if you are really any kind of athlete, straight up, if you are any kind of athlete that has competed in anything, you know you do not get to the Olympics you don't even make the American team without being special, man. I mean, you don't get on the Olympic team without knowing how to fight, man. But back to arguments 101. What is your point that you're trying to make? Just like the $50 million. The amount of time that has passed between the time that offer was made and now doesn't change that the offer was made. For you to believe that money was fake, that Al Heyman, the PBC, right, Showtime Sports, Shelly Finkel, who I could go to the pay-per-views, are responsible for the 2 top earning pay-per-views ever. If they say to Anthony Joshua, we guarantee you $50 million, for you to believe that they would not pay that is not quite as stupid as believing that an Olympic bronze medalist and an 8-time defending heavyweight champion of the world can't fight, or that a man that has 1 million people watch him has never been heard of. That's not quite as stupid as those, but it's, you're walking up on it, dog. You're walking up on it. Not too far at all, man. Not too far at all. But to compound all 3 of those, to say all 3 of those in the same sentence, let me see what I can do. How can what is the equivalent of that? Michael Phelps won golds, okay? Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not a good amateur. He's not a good boxer. And he wasn't worth shit and was a terrible fighter until after the Floyd Mayweather, after the Arturo Gatti fight. Oh, no. That he was crap until the Oscar De La Hoya fight. Before that, nobody knew him. He wasn't a good boxer. He did the same thing that his career was in the same point as Deontay Wilder's is. Give or take 6 fights, something like that, right? They may have been like 35th, 36 fights. And the other like nonsense, like how fast somebody gets there. Okay? How fast they got there. Dog, it don't matter how fast it gets there if you get there. It don't matter how fast you got there if you got there. All right? Asalito Freitas, you know who he is? More than likely you do not. But he was a bigger name than Floyd Mayweather Jr. for a nice chunk of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s career. Because guys like Dougie Fisher in Ring Magazine were, he's the greatest. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Anyway, man, y'all are, you know the deal. BFTB, Bob Schmidt said, Fannon, Wilder went to the Olympics after training boxing for 3 years. That's impressive. Bob Schmidt, he don't even matter. He went to the Olympics. That's impressive. You know what I mean? Training for 3 years, it doesn't even matter how fast it happened. He could have trained for 10. He could have trained for 10 years. Don't matter. He made his team won the Olympic. He's an Olympic bronze medalist. There's some things when they happen, it's a wrap. Okay, it's just a wrap. He's an Olympic bronze medalist. He's also defended a major championship belt as many times successfully as many times as Gennady Golovkin has. He has the same number I do believe. Let me go back and look at this, but I'm pretty sure. But you got to actually be I'm not going to do this on the thing, but I'm pretty sure that they have about the same number of defenses of major championship belts. And I don't care what HBO tries to tell you, okay? He won his first major championship belt against Daniel Gill. So, because that was a WBA super. So he defended it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He had 9 successful title defenses, right? Martin Rosen, Alvarez, Jacobs, Brook, Wade, Lemieux, Willie Monroe, Martin Murray, and Marco Antonio Rubio. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay, so he had 9 successful title defenses of a major championship belt, not counting the WBA regular because that is not a major championship belt. So let's just see. Deontay Wilder, how many times has he successfully defended the WBC belt? How do you even get this stupid crap out your mouth, man? I'm just amazed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tyson Fury is his 8th successful defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bermain Severn, Eric Molina, Dukakis, Spilka, Areola, Gerald Washington, Bermain Severn, Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury. That's 8 successful title defenses of a major championship belt. Gennady Golovkin has 9. The WBA regular is not a major championship belt. Okay? That is the belt that, who just won that at 160? I don't know. That's like the belt Manny Pacquiao holds at welterweight and Canelo Alvarez holds at 168. It don't count. But, you know, GGG never been in any wars with anybody 166 his whole career, C and D level fighters. I mean, he was in a war with Daniel Jacobs, and he was in a war with Canelo Alvarez. Wilder has put everyone on the canvas and never took a nap. Man's got skills. Dog, exactly. But see, look, my whole thing was I was just talking about the Parasites today, man. Because I'm not going to do no video. It's just, come on, man. Leave me alone. You know what I'm going to, hey, personally, there's 2 guys, two of you. Because I don't really pay attention to one. The other one, I don't really pay attention to. But it's just like I made this error. And my error was that, you know, I just was allowing people to put links in my videos. Like in the comment section. Because, you know, I don't want to be overly policing. But this dude goes and gets like 10 fake accounts and just keeps putting links to their stuff in my video. And I'm like, man, come on, dude. That's just bad. That's just, come on, man. There's a channel. You don't like me and you don't want to agree with me. Go subscribe to Myron Magnus. Subscribe to Myron Magnus. Myron Magnus don't agree with anything I have to say. But the dude is a reasonable person. He's a reasonable person. He's a respectful person. I've never insulted him. As far as I've known, he's never insulted me. He makes his own chat. He got the same group of people in his chat that don't like me. Just going over there, man. You know, but he's standing on his own square, to use the words of my man Black Fight Fan TV. Stand on your square. That guy I don't agree with, but he stands on his own square. We don't agree. Cool. But I'll go to his channel. I'll leave comments in his channel. I might even argue with you guys over there. But some of these dudes, man, come on, man. You're not very bright. And more than importantly, you're rude. Why? What's the purpose, man? I see King Dingle said, fuck Myron. See, y'all don't like him. I know what you're talking about. He never disrespected me. So I'm like, go there. Because everybody's got to have something. You know what I mean? Everybody got to have something. I'm cool with that. That's why I rock with the LDBC, dude, because everybody got to have something, dog. Everybody's got to have something. Everybody got to have somewhere to go, okay? Trolls need love too, okay? Trolls need love too, okay? Parasites got to eat. It's just not, it's the balance of the world, okay? You see them little birds sitting on the backs of the elephants, right? Or the lions. There you go. See them little birds like that'll fly, like land on the back of a lion or back of an elephant. They just pecking at the little parasites on their back, right? Both the tick and the bird are parasites. The elephant is just walking down so heavy that every time he moves his foot, some earth moves, right? So then somebody can come by, some little animal can come by and eat, they can eat their dung. You know what I mean? Like they take these big old dumps, right? And all the little flies and mosquitoes and all that shit, they get something to eat. It's the cycle. Okay? I understand that. So trolls got to eat too in this YouTube thing. I got it. In this boxing community. But here's the thing. This is why I rock with the LDBC, dog. This is why I rock with the LDBC. Because we don't have to go to those dudes anymore, okay? And that's why I don't care if you come to my channel, you don't come to my channel. We don't have to go to you anymore, okay? It's a blessing, okay? I don't have to. I love to talk about boxing. As you can see, I'll talk about it for hours. I don't have to go to Eastside Boxing. I don't have to go to Max Boxing. I don't have to go to Boxing Scene, forums and all that to talk boxing with you all. Okay, with the people that want to pick, the people that want to pick the ticks off your back. Okay? The dog. You know what happens to that little bird that gets too close to that, that tries to fly up the elephant's nostril? It gets smacked and it dies. And it just broken wings, and some of the mother trolls come, pick it up, eat it, and the cycle continues. Okay? I'm sure there's been plenty of magpies or whatever they call that were like, they're like, you know what? I'm sick of eating them. I'm tired of feeding off the ticks. All right. I'm going at the elephant. Nah, leave the elephant alone, dog. Because if he hits you wrong, you're gonna fly. All right. Don't do it. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay. And this is for the troll channels too, for real. The LDBC is the best thing that ever happened to you, okay? It's the best thing that ever happened to you. If we go away, then what are you going to do? If I shut down my channel tomorrow because I'm sick of hearing from y'all, who are you going to harass next? Whose name can you use to get 4,000 views on your video? Huh? Who can you use? If 78 goes away, who can you use? No, nobody, because nobody will be interested in you. Okay? If Trill Boxing Talk isn't on, who are you going to ridicule? You know what I mean? Whose dung are you going to dig into? Huh? Nobody's. They won't be there. You will be the dung. Okay? You'll just go away. All right? You just die. That's what happens, dog. It's like the predators, the big animals, They have to be there for y'all to feed off. Just like, look, man, I don't have any problem. The reason that videos like Anthony Joshua is he's very important in boxing. The conversation about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua is important in boxing. It is. Same thing, Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia. These guys are at the center of the sport because that's what the attention is. And then everybody else talks about what they do. It's for real, but we give our money, right? So the fight fans talk about the boxers fight for the fight fans. It's the cycle. It's everybody's, you got them. Even Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is a necessary evil. I don't want Eddie Hearn to shut down. I don't want him to go away and not be able to promote fighters. I mean, maybe him. He might go away, but there'll be another person who's there to fill that purpose, man. And life goes on, But I don't ever make personal attacks on Eddie Hearn. I don't know the dude like that. I don't know what he's like with his wife. I don't know any of that. I just say the dude lied. 1, 2. I might get a little personal with it. I guess I do. Anyway, man, you get this. You get it. That's why you love us. You love us. Roughhouse Boxing. AJ fans will never stop discrediting Wilder and his accomplishments because they are more concerned about celebrity rather than boxing. They always give AJ passes for being a diva poster girl. Damn, he said poster girl. Yeah, man, you know how it goes, man. You know how it goes. No, but I don't get you. I don't get you. Absolutely. But yeah, you're 100% right about that, man. Let me try to get in this live. Oh, here you go. Here's the link to. Oh, see, this is a guy. This is my dude he's a moderator. So the moderator can do that. Ooh, no, I need to go to. Okay. Which one are you talking about? Why do I get this duck crap? Oh, video, YouTube. That's Animals of the World or some shit. What is that? What's up? We need that Jermel versus Lara. Yeah, we do. Absolutely. I want to see that. Much love in the super chat, man. By the way, let me get this. Yeah, man, that would be a great fight. I want to see. I'm honestly right now. I'm looking for the. I want to see the rematch. I'm really looking forward to that rematch with Tony Harrison. That was the first one. I'm looking forward to it. But Ancestral Ray, beliefs cannot change facts, but facts should change beliefs. Schooling for Fannon. Yeah, pretty much, man. But my main thing is Ancestral Rage is this, man. When somebody's trying to convince you of something, start with the major proposition that they're pushing. Okay, just it's a summary. If you read a paper that says this, right? Like, there's going to be a video, and in the first part of the video, they say, my opinion is that Bill Gates is really broke. My conclusion is that Bill Gates, the founder and former CEO, chairman of the board of Microsoft Corporation, is really only has $100 to his name. I will look at you and be like, delete. That shit's stupid on his face. I don't believe you. And there's nothing that you can do to convince me of that. In the JFK video, right? In the JFK movie, right? There's in the court argument, right? I think it was a closing argument in the trial. Kevin Costner's argument made this argument about how a bullet can travel all this, like the path of this bullet, right? And he's like, yeah, it's the magic bullet theory. And they're like, it went this way, then turned around, came back this way, went that way. A physicist can tell you that based on the laws of physics, that you can tie the tail of an elephant to a dandelion and hang him off a cliff. But your own logic will tell you that's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. You don't need to go any further than that. Okay. What you guys in the UK are saying about Deontay Wilder, you don't need to go any further than that. Okay. When I made a video and I talked about the demographics for dummies, and my main argument was this: that Deontay Wilder has a core fan base that will support him. You can't argue about that. It's just a fact. These 1 million people watched him on his fights. The facts are that there are a lot of avid black fight fans. And I can show you the stats on my own channel. I know who fighters want to talk to, who they care about and who they don't care about. And it ebbs and it flows. If I wanted to do a video right now on Gennady Golovkin's fight against whoever, the core fan base that I'm a part of, that I talk to every day, they're not going to watch that video because they don't care. They're not going to do it. But if you do one with Devin Haney versus Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis go at it, okay, black fight fans in the city of in Baltimore, maybe, I don't know where Devin is from. If Devin is from I think he's from California. But say he's from LA. In LA, cats from Baltimore, LA, or whatever, they're going to go back and forth on the comment section. There are a lot of people because there's different regions, and fighters come from regions. Deontay Wilder put a lot of work in to get name recognition from his fan base, and he did it without a lot of promotion. Just like Eddie Hearn said, he did it with self-promotion. Other fighters get it through corporate promotion. And I explained, there's no argument about whether or not Vasyl Lomachenko and who's going to do better numbers and who's always done better numbers between Vasyl Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford, and why that is. Terrence Crawford's got a core fan base in the United States, in his own community. People from Omaha, people from New Orleans, people from Chicago, from major urban city networks that argue back and forth about Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford's here. He's from here. He sounds like us. We like him. Vasyl Lomachenko gets a lot of promotion. He gets put on top of pound for pound lists. He has people writing articles about him being the best fighter since Muhammad Ali, or better than Muhammad Ali, better than all that other stuff. And he does smaller numbers on the same network with more promotion than Terrence Crawford does. That's just a fact. It's going to happen. And the reason why they promote him like that is because they need to promote him like that. If they don't spend twice as much money, and this is me, I don't know how much money they actually spend, obviously. But if they don't put significantly more effort in promoting him than they do Terrence Crawford, they're not going to get near the results that they want. It's just how that works. They're promoting it because they feel they need to. They need to promote him. This just started happening for Deontay Wilder. Showtime says, you know what, God dog, this dude's done 1 million a couple times. Let's put him on pay-per-view and see how many people are willing. How many people are willing of this 1 million people that watch him? Because you know it wasn't Bermain Stavern, right? That the 1 million people came out to watch, right? Unless you think it was that they came out to see Bermain Stavern, right? It wasn't the 1 million people that it wasn't Luis Ortiz that the 1.1 million came out to see. It was Deontay Wilder, wasn't it? Right? Because you say that nobody knows or cares about Luis Ortiz. So if nobody cares or thinks about Luis Ortiz, then it couldn't have been Luis Ortiz that those 1 million people came out to see. 1 million people sat down to see, and the 17,000 or whatever paid to see in New York, which is, by the way, a different crowd of people than the 18,000 saw him in LA, right? Two different cities, other sides of the continent. I mean, basically other side of what is the continent, other side of the country, right? A 30-hour drive from each other. Same number of people showed up to see him fight. Same number of people tuned in to watch him when he fought Bermain Stavern. There's some consistency going on here. But it's just all, but because it's Tyson Fury, oh no, all that goes out the window was Tyson Fury. Get the fuck out. You just kick people out on their stupidity, dude, right off the bat, man. What's going on, Snacks B? No doubt, man. Always safety first. Can't have that in my consciousness. I'm behind any American fighters, no matter what the color, dude. I mean, that's cool. And if you are behind an American fighter, Deontay Wilder was an American fighter. It just blows my mind how somebody can make how if Deontay Wilder went to Germany and the fight did well, do you think anybody, these people would be making the argument that it was Deontay Wilder that was the real reason? How about Charles Martin, Anthony Joshua, right? Anthony Joshua, I don't believe had been on, well, maybe it was pay-per-view against Dillian White over there. But, you know, it's just, man, you guys are killing me, man. Like, I don't know how many ways I can shoot at the, what's going on to Shy in the mug, man? What's good, man? What's going on, Shy? Snacks B. You say you're late for class, man. Oh, man, that picture with Anthony Joshua, I saw that, man. Shout out to World Breaker Fight, man. I don't think that, you know, I ain't going to put a whole lot into that, dog. He wasn't holding his hand. The dude was just short in position like that. Maybe it was just a bad snapshot. Snacks B, much love, man. They understand how large the U.S. is. Their country is the size of a small state in this country. Yeah. Thanks, Debo, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Snacks B, much love in the super chat. But look, man, I just, you know, just don't say stupid shit, dog. Like, right off the bat, like, criticize, like, I could never, here's something, all right. You know who Cat Williams is, right? You know Cat Williams? Comedian. If I talk to Cat Williams, if Cat Williams made like one of the like really talk a lot of shit about me, I could not do that as well as him. Okay? There's no way that I would go to Cat Williams and be like, let's Jones on each other. You know, let's trade insults. Because he's better at insulting people than me. That's not my thing, right? But that don't make him right. It just makes him very good at insulting people. It just makes him funny. He's funny. And if he's making fun of me, I'll just laugh. Like, because you ever been to a comedy club and, you know, you sit in the front row of the comedy. This used to be this comedy club called All Jokes Aside in Chicago. If you sit in the front row, man, these dudes immediately start talking. They just start talking about people in the front. Very, very good at it, right? But that's what they do. But if you're actually trying to learn something from that guy, the only thing that you can learn from him is how to insult people. How do you go about insulting people? That'd be interesting. What do you do? Like, do you walk on the stage and the first thing that you look for? What do you look for? What do you think? How do you respond so quickly? Right? How do you do that? That you can learn how to insult people from Cat Williams because he's world class at it. And how do I know he's world class at it? Because he makes a living doing it. And he makes millions of dollars a year insulting people, making good jokes too, right? But funny jokes, situational jokes, but that's what he does, right? But if Cat Williams and I want to have a conversation about, I don't know, writing an agreement and what you should look for and what you shouldn't look for, Cat Williams should shut up and listen. And I'll shut up and listen to him about the subject matter of that. So when we're writing this agreement, what do I need to be worried about here as far as like how many performances you can make, when you can get to the city, what are the expenses that you need to keep track of in order to get there, right? What is your experience with like the payment time frames, all that? You get that information from them, then you frame the agreement. You guys work it out. I think you minimize your risk, but be careful, Lise, right? Anybody that tells you that an Olympic bronze medalist can't fight, and then a man that a million people watched fight, nobody knows, you immediately know that they're either lying to you or they're stupid, because those are absolutely impossible. They're absolutely impossible. That's why when Tyson Fury said he walked outside and he asked all these people, "Do you know Deontay Wilder?" That's why Steve Gray looked at him and laughed. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna try that corny shit." Okay, how many people knew you, Tyson Fury? Oh, they all did. They all did. Everybody, what did you do? Because you introduced yourself when you asked a question. But ask me. Listen, have you ever asked people? Go watch the boxing videos on like ESN or Blue Blood Sports TV, or ask them when they walk around when they walk around the actual boxing arena where there are boxing fans. Go find a video where they ask somebody what they think about Deontay Wilder and they don't know who he is. You're not going to find it because that's a room full of boxing fans. And you're never go to O2 Arena and ask how many of them know who Deontay Wilder is. Clearly they know who Deontay Wilder is because they're saying they want to see the fight. Anthony Joshua is on the ring apron talking about him. And nobody said, who was he talking about? Who are you talking about? Did you ever hear anybody say that? Hold on one second. I'm going to be on about another 10 minutes, like 12:10. That's World Breaker Fighting. World Breaker Fighting is going to go on after this show. So for the people out there, please go to World Breaker Fighting channel. I'm sure you're subscribed. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Auntie, yeah, dog. Did y'all see that video of that clown Jay dancing with Little Duval? He was epitome of moisture. Who's Little Duval? Who's Little Duval? Is that the dude? Yeah, it's where. Yeah, no worries, man. When I get off, man, we'll just switch right over, man. Yeah. Anyway, you got it. So, smile with Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah, man. You know I don't know. I'll pay attention to boxing. That'd be like, see, this dumb. That'd be like me trying to argue with y'all about like 2010 beyond hip hop. I don't even know who these dudes are. I'm just on my own shit, dude. I'm living my best life. Is he? I mean, you know, I don't know, man. I just don't even know. I don't know. I saw the picture. I showed my daughter. She was like, "Nah." I was like, maybe it's just a bad freeze frame. He does look like he's, you know. I was really looking close to see if they were holding hands, but I don't think they were. Oh, he's a comedian. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll check him out. You sing the song "I'm Living My Best Life" with Snoop Dogg in it. Okay, the comedian from Duval County, Florida. All right, yeah, I gotta check him out, man. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I remember all the jokes aside. Yeah, you remember I saw Bernie Mac there one time. You know what I hate? Man, I was in Chicago and Bernie Mac was every Tuesday night. He had a Tuesday night show at this other club, like another comedy club, like in the north, like downtown. This is before they did King Comedy and all that. And I didn't go. It was like, oh, I'll go next Tuesday. I'll go next Tuesday. Never went, never got to see Bernie Mac live, man. Never got to see Bernie Mac. Fannon, they were stopping hands, was locked and loaded. What I was telling my daughter I was like, aren't their ears a little close? No, because I don't like when dudes like put their hands, you know, like how some cats like to, you know, I got one of my boys who like, he's the type of cat that'll take a picture with you, but he'll put his hand like on your shoulder like this, right? But your heads are this far apart, but his hands on your shoulder. I was always like, you know, dog, I don't really like that. I don't like you putting your hands on my shoulders. But he ain't never put his hand. It'd be a fight if he put his cheek on my cheek, dog. You can't be wrestling. You can't be like, dog, you can't take no picture like this with no dude. My daughter was like, man, it's just their ears touching. Oh, you can't have your head. You can't have your ear. That's anti-dude, dog. You can't be always like, this is my boy right here. You can't do it, dog. Oh my God, man. You can't do it, dog. What's that, Fannon? Stop it. Fannon, did you look closely? AJ had a little smile on his face and he was holding hands. Dog, I didn't think his hand. Thought he had a phone in his hand. I honestly, man, I'm trying not to. Really trying not to comment on that, dog. Because I try to be highbrow. I try to keep it, but sometimes, dog. Sometimes, dog, my bad side comes out, dog. Sometimes my bad side comes out. And that's part of my bad. Oh, hilarious, though. Look what these dudes try to do to me. Okay? This is why I was mad. All right, now I remember. All right, I had a lot of trolling going on this weekend. A lot of trolling. Because I did a good video. I ended the video I did about demographics for dummies, that was so fun to do. For me, I told my wife, I was like, I just felt like doing a video on a subject that I had on my mind. And I was like, I really liked that video because it was a message that I tried to deliver. And I thought that it was something that was important, something somebody could learn from. And as a result, I knew it was, it's a good video when you get that much trolling that comes off of cats, right? Like it made people's heads explode. Heads explode. And I meant to go for that. I meant to make their heads explode. Like, look, man, the reason you don't know this is you're not from here. It's simple. But you know what somebody tried to do to me? They tried to do, there's this channel, Lisa Cabrera. Shout out to my man, Santee Walton. Santee Walton from, what is this? South SW Bottom Line. But it's an LDBC channel. Y'all know Santee. And Santee, I was watching Santee's channel. He's talking about this Lisa Cabrera. And they did a video. Somebody did a video because she has this picture where she looks like basically some dude who was like this, basically a Klansman, did a video accusing her of not really being black. Right? And she got a lot of heat. And all these other channels were jumping on her about her not being black because she doesn't show her face. And somebody put some video up, didn't even look like her. And they're like, her name was Cabrera, so she can't be black. I'm like, dude, your name is Williams. You don't look British to me. Get out of here. There's all kind of black people got Spanish last names. But anyway, so this dude comes to my channel and says that I'm half black, that I'm half white. Fannon's really half white. I was like, that would be a shock to my mother and father. It really would. But more importantly, what difference would that make? I don't get this. Are you trying to make people believe because I'm not like richly colored that I'm not black? How corny can you possibly be, dog? You know what I'm saying? How corny can you possibly be? Anyway, man, it is what it is, dog. That was the one that I was most amazed with. What happened here, man? Yeah, dog. The cat actually did that, man. What is this? Oh, I don't know what I did with my phone. All right, anyway, man. MAGA. Make America. That's hilarious, man. All right, y'all, though. That's cats, man. I'm trying to tell you, dude. It's like, what? If she was or he was, what difference does that make, dude? Y'all win with that one. Yeah, you be kidding me, dude. That's how you try to tear down people, by accusing them of being half white. Wow. Amazing. Anyway, it is what it is, man. With that, I'm out. Peace.